Limited liability is a fundamental feature of the corporate entity, shielding the corporation's owners from personal liability. However, courts may sometimes pierce the corporate veil and allow creditors to pursue the owner's personal assets. In Theberge v. Darbro, a court examines the circumstances under which the corporate veil may be pierced in the context of a contract dispute. Michael and Thomas Theberge sold several rental properties to the Warden Group. The Warden Group executed a promissory note payable to the Theberges. The Warden Group later sold the properties to Horton Street Associates, an entity owned by Darbro Incorporated, Albert Small, and Mitchell Small. To finance the acquisition, Horton Street assumed the Theberge promissory note, secured by a second mortgage on the properties. After an unexpected downturn in the market, Horton Street defaulted on the note. The properties were later foreclosed on, and the Theberge mortgage was extinguished. The Theberges obtained a default judgment against the Warden Group and Horton Street for the balance of the promissory note. The Theberges and the Warden Group filed a subsequent action against Darbro and the Smalls, seeking to hold them personally liable for the remaining balance of the note. They argued that Darbro and the Smalls operated as the alter ego of Horton Street and therefore shouldn't benefit from the protections of Horton Street's corporate veil. The Theberges and the Warden Group asserted that, although neither Darbro nor the Smalls had formally guaranteed payment of the note, Albert had stated that he would stand behind Horton Street's financial obligations. Additionally, Horton Street had no offices, employees, or corporate records, nor did it comply with basic corporate formalities. After a lengthy trial, the trial court found that Darbro and the Smalls hadn't acted fraudulently or illegally, but instead used sharp business practices by not formally guaranteeing Horton Street's obligations. However, the trial court also found that Horton Street and Darbro were, in essence, alter egos of the Smalls. Accordingly, the court pierced Horton Street's corporate veil and held Darbro and the Smalls liable for the outstanding balance on the Theberge promissory note. Darbro and the Smalls appealed.